Yeah, today I want to talk about situation which affect many people. Ba ileng gore ba bile involved, ba ratana, and then ba nyalana in customary marriage. Now relationship did not work out, and then ba separate, and then the other one a continue with another person without a decree of divorce, and then a nyalana with that person ka civil marriage. Baba ba register that marriage, abali marriage certificate. Now the question is, which marriage is valid between these two marriages? Are they both valid? Or lela civil marriage because lena le a marriage certificate, letla pele is the first, or is the one that is going to be prioritized, or is the one that is valid? And lela la more than 20 years ago or more than 15 years ago, le invalid because le ka customary and ibile that marriage was never registered. Okay, let's go to the law. Customary Marriage Act 120 of 1998, which I said it came into operation on the 15th of November in 2000. I'm going to be specific to section 10 subsection 1 and section 10 subsection 4 because these two sections are dealing applicable in this situation. Let's agree first. Section 10 subsection 1 two parties ba ileng gore ba nyalane in customary marriage, they can enter into a civil marriage if none of them is a spouse in another marriage. Kamanjwamang, it allow the two of you to change from customary to a civil marriage on condition that between me and you, there is no one between us who is married with any other person in customary marriage. So in other words, if me and you enter into a civil marriage and one of us unyalani le somebody else ka customary marriage, then we cannot, in terms of this section, to enter into a civil marriage. So in other words, it allows two parties, by long they are both married in customary marriage and none of them married anyone in customary marriage. In other words, this is their only marriage and in customary, to change from customary marriage to a civil marriage. I think that one is very clear. So in other words, if we're not with this lady, lenyalanika magadi, and then you go and register this marriage, ka civil marriage, first civil marriage, while at that time, when a party into another customary marriage, it was never dissolved by any court. Now, the law says you can't. Then that marriage was civil, they now exist. I think this is very clear. Naluena ratana, and then na ranyalana ka customer. Then ya faila. Then na kakopalale another person. Ranyalana ka customer. Ranyaga we change it into a civil marriage. It doesn't work that way. That second one, because na I'm already a partner into a customary marriage which was never dissolved by any court. Okay. Now, let's go to section 10 subsection 4 because it's very much interesting. Section 10 subsection 4 no spouse or is married with any other person in a civil marriage can enter into another marriage. You know, this one I like it because it doesn't even customary. In a simple way, if you are married with any person in a civil marriage, you can never ever enter into another marriage, either customary or civil marriage. So in other words, once you are in a civil marriage, because remember in civil marriage, we don't have polygamy. Polygamy is only in customary marriage. So once you are a party in a civil marriage, you cannot enter into another marriage, either illy customary or either illy a civil marriage. I think that one is very clear. So when you are married with this person in civil marriage, now the relationship doesn't work out. Unless marriage certificate, you leave that particular person wherever, and then you go and continue your own life. Now, Ofika in that particular place, wabona another person. wa pay lobola and marry that particular person in a customary marriage, that marriage does not exist, because a party in a civil marriage, in terms of the Marriage Act 25 of 1961, cannot be a party in any marriage, any. So ya customary it will allow only if none of us is a party in another customary to convert it to a civil marriage. But a civil marriage is not even any other marriage. Once you are a party in a civil marriage, you can never be a party in either marriage. All about Tubanyalani in civil marriage, that marriage was never dissolved by any court, and then relationship did not work out. This person a continue because he's now having a new person in his or her own life. Anyala another person and chamagadi. Was married in civil marriage. This marriage is invalid. That's why really void up in issue. You have started that particular marriage. Let's go to the case law. Now there is this case ya Bulobedu, but we're going to originator from Bulobedu. Ya Sarah Ramatuka le Elias Maila Muhononi. Now this is case number 22258 of 2015. You can read it from 2022 ZAGPPHC in page 747. This case was decided on the 4th day of October in 2022 by my judge, acting Judge Poko, is my former academic colleague and my former HOD. Now, Mr. Muhononi unyalanile Ramatuka ka 1973. Asamokhale ka 2016 awonyalana le Doreen Moloi ba sign abile ba le marriage certificate. Now their son ya this Elias the first the first wife wa mnyichinga customer aranya ka pasa ya mma for some reasons aba sexual pasa ya papa. Now in that pass ubona marriage certificate, then told the mother to say, hey, abe papa is married to another woman, and now the matter ended in court, and the court made it very clear to say no. And this woman went to court to make an application or this will nullify this marriage, or this marriage must be declared null and void, ali exist. And the court agreed based on the very same section, the Customary Marriage Act that I've already alluded here. Or no, because this man is a partner in a customary marriage, which was never dissolved. If Nanya Kaonyala ka civil marriage, she would have went to civil marriage with that same person. Now you now went to with a different person. Longori contravene section 10 subsection 1 to section 10 subsection 4, because you are a party in a customary marriage and you can't enter with another person. You must enter with the same person. We violate it. Number 10.4, if you are a party in a civil marriage, you cannot be a party in a customary. So this guy made it even worse. So the court agreed and the marriage was declared null and void. And the court ordered or by register this marriage. And if this guy anya go register a marriage, the wife, that first wife, your customary, is allowed to register without the presence of this within 60 days. And if this guy unyaka will divorce her, the first wife will customary, usanja mu divorce within the period of 90 days, if it is his wish. But now the general principle go that marriage was declared null and void. So if you are in that same situation, you must know from today that you can only convert your customary marriage into a civil marriage with the same person on condition that none of you is already a party into another customary marriage. And again, if when another person you are married in a civil marriage, now you that marriage was not dissolved by any court, you cannot enter into another marriage. So any other marriage you enter civil marriage, that marriage is void up initio, ali exist, le invalid. So let's do the right thing. If you are in customary, you don't want this customary anymore, you want to go to another person, divorce this one first. If you are in a civil marriage and you want to marry because this marriage failed, divorce this person and enter into a marriage. Dango.